Hi, welcome back. This is the WordPress tutorial number 4 for my mom. This next step is quite important because it involves posting. Posting is the most important thing that you'll do and the most frequent thing that you'll do while blogging. What we're going to do first is make sure that we are in our dashboard. So I'm going to go to my website and to my dashboard. There are two ways you can post. You can either use the black menu bar at the top where it says New Post and click on it, or you can go over to Posts on the left-hand corner and the pop-up menu that comes through, and then it turns red and it says Add New Posts. I'm going to select this one because I prefer this interface as opposed to the other one. Okay, here we are. My cursor is already flashing where it says Enter Title here. So I'm just going to put Test Post. Oops. There we go. Test Post. Alright. Now, I can click my cursor over to the body copy and I can do one of two things. I can either copy out of a Word document that I've written previously. So I can just copy and paste the document into this interface, or I can just write whatever I want right here and write my post directly onto this interface. Now, you can see that this interface is very similar to a Word document type of setup. So I can select a word and I can make it bold, I can make it italic, etc. And I can also do spell checks. The most important thing to do while you're writing, if you decide to use this format to write, is to use this button over here on the right hand side below Publish that says Save Draft. You don't want to lose your writing, so save often. Keep in mind that this does not publish anything live. Nothing goes live to your site until you actually hit that big blue button that says Publish. Otherwise, this is just in draft format. Now, some important things to increase your readership. If you scroll down to the right, you've got categories and tags. These are important because categories are created by you, and you can write any category you want for each post, and then afterwards you can just keep selecting the same categories over and over again. For example, I write quite a lot about art, food, Italian culture, etc. So, if this particular post is about art, then I will select that category. If I don't have a category for this particular post, I can add a new category below, type in whatever the new category is, and then select Add New Category. After a while, you'll stick to the same categories over and over again, and anyone that's interested in a particular topic that you write about will go directly to that category and read all posts related to that category. That way they're not reading maybe about food if it's something that doesn't really interest them. Tags are another important one. Tags are how browsers such as Google find you on the internet. So if I'm writing a post in particular about the beach or about voting in, I don't know, Italy, then I would write that below. Keep in mind that between beach and voting, there's a comma, but no spaces. Once I've finished writing all the tags that I want, only separated by commas, then I would put Add. If I decide I don't want to keep that tag, I just put my cursor over top and there's an X and I click on it and it deletes voting in Italy. These tags will help search engines find my blog because it'll be subject related to the tags that I write in here. The more tags you put in, the higher chance that you'll get of somebody hitting onto your website from a browser. Okay, once I've done that, I have to go back up here again and always make sure I save my draft. Now, once I've saved my draft and I want to see what it's going to look like in real time, I can click Preview. In the Preview section, it gives me an idea of what it will look live. So there's my home page of my blog, and there it is. It shows the date, it shows the heading of the post, and then the body copy, and then below it shows where I have entered the categories. It also puts whatever tags I've added. Okay, so this looks pretty good. I can close this browser page and go back to my original draft page. I can also add photos. There's a little line up here that says upload and insert. If I click on that, the interface allows me to choose a file from my desktop, or I can go from a URL. So I can find images or audio video from URLs. Make sure that whatever you're taking off of the internet is you have permission to use. So see, I can toggle back and forth from my media library, which has lots of photos already loaded up, from a URL, or from my computer. Alright, let's go to media library for a second. I'm just going to decide to pick this picture here. Okay, so I'm picking a picture that is already in my media library, and I'm going to insert it into the post. There's a little box there I check, insert into post, and there it is. Again, I click Save Draft. Takes a little longer when there's photos in there. Go to Preview. Scroll down, and there's my photo. Okay, this is a very simplistic way to show how to post, and I'll get into some more details in the follow-up video. However, at this stage, if I decide that I like how everything is written, I've done my spell check, my photos have been inserted, and any links that I want to hyperlink back to, I'm ready to publish. If I click this Publish button right here on the right, all my followers will get a copy of this post sent to their email address because they follow or subscribe to my blog. When I hit publish, that means anything I have written has now become live and becomes part of my archives. That's fine. If I realize I've made a mistake after I've published, I still have the option to go in and correct that mistake after the fact. That will be in a subsequent video following this, but for now, let's just keep this